life. I don't know where the other ones are. Apparently, some of them showed up on Facebook Marketplace, which I thought was funny.
Okay. I watched too much Twilight Zone, so I would think they would be written that so you could go there and they try to hunt you. So
they're going to have like the brain-eating virus from like river country. It's like,
the brain amoeba.
The brain-eating amoeba in the Fort Willis.
We'll give you a $20 discount if you catch the amoeba. Go and have fun time at JR's Ranch.
All right, y'all. Let's look. Enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go discuss the latest in Disney news from South by Southwest. Welcome to The Q, the segment in which we get to discuss all the news and happenings in the world of Disney today. And we are recording this show on Saturday, March 8th, 2025. And earlier today, the Disney Experiences Division and Disney Entertainment Divisions co-presented at the 2025 South by Southwest Conference over there in Austin, Texas. And the Disney fan community was abuzz with the hopes of hearing something.
Anything.
We're easy.
Yeah. Now, before we get into it, I'd like my co-hosts to think about the time when you first heard about the South by Southwest presentation. And I'm curious to know what you were hoping for, or even if you were looking forward to it. What were y'all feeling as we're getting into this thing?
I was hoping for Villains Land details.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah. That and Encanto.
Yeah,
I'd like to have seen how they were planning on pulling off Encanto. That's kind of where my head was at.
Yeah.
I was disappointed that we didn't get into classic Disney animation at all.
Right.
We just did Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
So I was a little disappointed in that, but it was a relatively short presentation. So
it was quick.
There was definitely a theme.
There was, yes.
Yeah,
which I'll get into for sure.
Yes. Knowing that now, which I don't think I really fully appreciated before watching it, it makes sense. But
yeah, it would be nice to have a little more substance because these are things that have kind of been like thrown in the air. But it would be nice when they talked about it, they gave us a little more meat on the bone, so to speak.
Right.
A little more detail to compete with Epic, which
But that's not what this is supposed to be.
That's fair.
D23, that's what that was. This is supposed to showcase how they're using technology to tell stories. So this is all about tech.
Well, tech is good. I'm a tech guy. I mean, I had that.
So look, for those not familiar with this convention, South by Southwest dedicates itself to helping creative people achieve their goals. It was founded in 1987 in Austin, Texas. And today, South by Southwest is best known for its conference and festivals and that celebrate the convergence of the film, interactive, and music industries. Like we're looking at an ad before it started, and they had like South by Southwest in Sydney. I was like, oh, I want to go there. And then they had South by Southwest somewhere else. It's like, oh, I didn't realize how big they've gotten.
Oh, no, it's becoming that kind of thing. Kind of like the convention. Oh,
it is. Yeah, it's become an essential destination for global professionals. And man, I think Disney brought the house on this one. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
You know, Disney says that they tell stories that fans love and invite them into worlds that they never dreamed possible and then make those places real. That's what they had on the YouTube channel. Disney Experiences Chairman Josh D'Amaro, Disney Entertainment Co-Chairman Alan Bergman, and a plethora of special guests show the convergence of imagination, innovation, and the future of experiential storytelling. And just to kind of give you a heads up of the people that they brought, we had Leslie Evans, Asa Kalama, and Jon Favreau, Michael Hudgens and Pete Docter, and Bruce Vaughn and Kevin Feige.
Robert Downey Jr. by surprise.
Yeah, yes. Robert Downey Jr. was definitely by surprise. Along with some bots or animations.
Droids.
Yeah. Droids, yes. Droids of sorts, yes.
I bet Tomorrow had got up before any of those people did.
His hair?
Oh, the hair was perfect.
It's always perfect. How does it do it?
He was well coiffed. That's why we started late. The thing actually started a few minutes late, and I texted Danny. I was like, he's fixing his hair.
It's gotta be.
Meanwhile, his co-host looks like Bilbo Baggins all grown up.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh, poor guy. And very comfortably dressed.
Okay.
Yes.
But look, long story short, the fans got a very synergistic presentation covering the Pixar, Star Wars, and Marvel franchises only, as Danny had suggested.
Yeah.
And I say synergistic because throughout the entire presentation, they mentioned the wonderful collaboration of the entertainment and Imagineering units had with each other to where the movies would inspire the parks and how the parks inspired the movies. I don't know if you caught this, but I know they mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean as inspiring the movies.
Yes.
But they didn't bring out Haunted Mansion or Tower Terror.
Or Country Bears.
or Country Bears or any of that. I was like, y'all tried to do a bunch, but Pirates seems to be only moneymaker.
Yeah, they really should not have gotten into that because one, it really didn't have anything to do with where we were going. And two, it just spotlights the fact that you're not creating original content that inspires movies anymore. That's off the table.
Yeah. Yeah, they just showed it right there. There's nothing else to say. All right, so look, there was nothing new that was presented. Well, let me take that back.
Newish.
Let me take that back for all the pixie dusters out there, right? There were new things, but there were little things associated with things that we had already heard about, to your point, Eli. You'll see what I'm talking about when we're going through the things announced. All right. So, like I said, they only did the 3 franchises, Star Wars, Pixar, and Marvel. So I'll go ahead and do it in order that they presented. We can kind of chat about this, just to kind of give the listeners, if you didn't get a chance to see this live, you can get an idea of what the experience was. So, in the Star Wars portion, Disney brought out Leslie Evans and Asa Kalama for the experiences side, the Imagineers, and Jon Favreau for the entertainment side. And you're going to have this theme go out through the entire thing. And the first thing they introduced were those standalone BDX droids, which they brought on stage. They have quite a few of them.
They love those things.
Yeah, absolutely love those things. They talked about how they got them to learn how to navigate the environment in which they're walking around by using a virtual environment to help them program each other to do things.
AI, boy.
Yeah. And it's funny because I texted Danny. I was like, man, this is giving me Terminator vibes.
Terminator.
Walking
Big time.
Untethered and learning how to navigate a terrain without the assistance of humans.
Yeah.
There was actually one point where they were bragging about the fact that these droids can course correct, if you will. Yes. Like, if you're going down the stairs and you stumble, that it can catch itself. There's actually part of the video is a droid walking and they're like poking it with a stick trying to make it fall down. And this poor droid is trying to keep its balance.
I don't want to fall.
This is droid abuse, man.
Droid malpractice.
Oh my God. Boston Dynamics is a company that does a lot of these kind of droids.
Yeah.
And they made a dog. I don't know if you've seen this video, but they put those videos out there. But there's like scenes where they have this little robot dog and they're just kicking the piss out of it. Like kicking it, poking it with a stick, and then, the dog doesn't stumble. He just kind of corrects.
Oh, that crazy
Billy
Michael Vick developed.
He did. It was crazy. He went Michael Vick on that little robot dog.
Is it like that? Is it the one I've seen this on YouTube before? Like they do stuff with military training. It looks like something you see on Black Mirror or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. These droids are crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. The technology is just amazing. Well, anyway, if you're in Tokyo, Paris, or Walt Disney World, currently they're in Disneyland, but they're coming to you.
Oh.
They're coming to invade your space.
Somebody's losing their job when these robots show up. I promise you that.
They're going to have to put those droids behind a fence or something. Because guess they're going to be trying to scoop those little things up and take them home.
Yeah, take them home.
I say, they're itty bitty, man. I could shove one in my backpack.
I've got my souvenir.
No kid. Come serve me something there, Herbie.
Learn how to mix drinks, droid.
Hey, that's worth it.
My bar DX droid. There you go.
That's worth it.
And the way you tell the droids apart, it's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They all give them different colors.
It's adorable, yeah.
Yeah, it really is. One had orange, one had blue, one had red. It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. But that's what they led with. And then, Leslie and the droids went off. So that was that. And so all you had left was Asa and Jon Favreau. And so the next thing they talked about was that they were updating Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, which you knew about.
Yes.
With some Mandalorian and Grogu scenes. And they did announce that they're planning to debut those scenes on Memorial Day 2026, the same day as the Star Wars The Mandalorian Grogu film comes out.
Yeah. They finally get the synergy part. I mean, it's still, it's a risk, but take the attraction. There's a movie, hopefully both get popular and this soars.
Well, except for the fact that I think the public
is kind of
demand for The Mandalorian is kind of calmed down quite a bit.
I was hoping it wasn't just me, because once the Luke one happened, I hadn't seen. Yeah, like y'all told me Lizzo was in like the next season. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. I'm surprised it's going to be this long.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to happen sooner.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's been like 7 years and we've been getting the exact same boring adventure. Coaxium, yay.
Yeah. You're getting one or two. But it does, we've talked about this on previous shows too, where like a bunch of different attractions will end up going away. But they were like, well, what's wrong with updating it?
Well, and you would think that this would be something relatively simple to update.
Yeah, it should. In theory, it should be, right. But I'm not sure how it works with flying through planes. I mean, the thought is awesome, but if I'm not hyperspacing in these places, then, I ain't getting my extra money.
Hyperspace?
I'm sure you'll hyperspace.